Hi, Deb. We're getting into the Lenten season, and we were talking about the book that you wrote for Lent, A Heart for Jesus. And I know it's one that I have enjoyed over the past couple of years. So I would love for you to tell us a little bit more about how it came about, your process, whatever you want to share.
Hey, thanks, Bells. Yes, Lent's coming up, and really, A Heart for Jesus is one of my favorite Lenten books too. And it all started with our pastor, Christine, at our church, who asked me over breakfast, like, hey, it would be really cool to have a Lenten devotional. She wasn't finding anything she especially liked, and she said, I know you write. Would you be willing to write one? And at that point, it was like 5 or 6 weeks away, and I went, sure, because I've just learned to say yes. And then I got home and panicked a bit because it was such a short time period. But it also was a good thing because I think I relied more on God for this devotional than any of my other ones because I had a tight framework. So, so I started, and I think I have a little blurb in the introduction, even that we're all a pencil in the hands of God. And that's a Mother Teresa quote, and how sometimes we just say yes. And then I just figured, God's going to work through us. And he certainly did in this book. So it's called A Heart for Jesus. And it's a 40-day journey with our Savior is the subtitle. And the book is designed specifically for Lent, but it can be used really anytime. But we talk about how we give up something, maybe we add something in. So if you're looking to, add something into your life this year and you want a devotional to maybe give you some quality time with God, that's what it's designed for. I'm reading a little bit off the back, but so it's a 40-day book of devotionals, and it also has journal questions to reflect on our journey with Jesus.
So would somebody get it and do it like on their own, like as an individual time, or is it something that could be used in a group? Like what do you think?
You could definitely use it for your own study. I've done that, or you can use it in a group setting. The nice thing about the book is it gives the Bible verse and then the devotion and then a question. So the journal question can be used as a reflection question, and then it has a prayer at the end. So it would be very easy for someone to lead it, or if you do it in a group, you could take turns leading and somebody maybe facilitate the group. It's a very easy group or a very easy book to use with a group, with just a group of friends or a group at church or a sister and sisters group,
Yeah.
friend group. So yeah, it's laid out that way, and it would be very easy to use that way.
Yeah. I know one of the things that I've enjoyed each year is that on the journal page, like I can go back and see like where I was the year before, two
Hmm.
years before. Like it's been interesting to do it year after year and follow those journal questions to even to see like how my answer changes from one year to the next.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that's interesting. I know our daughter Heather, your beautiful niece, also said the same thing, and I haven't thought to do that, but that's a really good idea so that we can see our growth, our spiritual growth from year to year. So
right.
I love that.
Yeah.
I do want to give a shout out to Megan Sedosha, who designed the beautiful cover for it, and also she designed the pages on the inside and gave it a lot of color, and it's really probably one of my favorite books that I've written because it's just pretty to look at, and like I said, I think it's probably one of the most powerful because I really relied on God to help me with it. And I ended up finishing it like the day before Lent. So it was a little late for our church to actually use it, but that's okay. Now it's available. And anyway, so Heart for Jesus, a 40-day journey with our Savior. And I don't know, any other questions or
No, I think
thoughts?
I was just going to say at the end of this, we'll put the link for where they can purchase it so that so it's easy to go right to your page on Amazon and they can purchase the book and
Yeah, that's a
um,
great idea.
yeah.
It's also, if you're local, it's also at the Bookman in Grand Haven. So, and I love them. So anytime I can support them, I try to do that.
Yeah.
But yes, but thank you. That's a great idea.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, obviously reach out if you've got questions for Deb about the book
Mhm.
or about, if you're having trouble finding it or whatever, but we will put the information up so you can find it on your own.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All
Thanks,
right.
Nels.
See you, Deb.
Bye.